Hello, Bumpy McSquigums here, and as you can see, my Age of Wonders 3 random map mini-series is still alive. In the first 3 episodes, we managed to defeat our first random map, and it was a little bit quicker than I anticipated. Clearly, it's because I am too amazing, I am too legit to quit, so I decided to extend our gaming to a new random map. We're going to have episode 4 start up right now for us, and yes, in case you missed it, I found the enemy. I went up against one enemy on a small map. I found him relatively early and annihilated him horribly awful. He had one city, and that pretty much ended the run. So my goal was to get between 6 and 15 episodes. That was my hope, that was my goal, that was my dream, that was my plan. But I did not do so, so shame on me. So we're going to start a new random map, and for all of you guys interested, I should be starting the actual Age of Wonders 3 campaign Let's Play next week some point. So let's get this going. A new random map right now. We're going to stay with a night difficulty, we're going to stay with a medium map size and land. We want 3 players, and we have 3 players selected. That means me plus 2 enemies. And I realized when I went through the game flow options before, I showed you what normal was, I showed you what battle was, I showed you what empire building was. I did not show you what adventure was. And I'm not going to. No, I will. Players start with a considerable army on a map with few cities. Discover unexplored lands. Adventure awaits. So, basically you start with your hero, your armies, and all that wonderful fun stuff, and that's all you get. Then there's random cities on the map. You run around, and you have to conquer or diplomatize those cities into the fold. And that is how you actually play. Versus starting with a settler or anything of that nature where you, well, you build up your own empire. So we are going to go back with empire building because it seems to be what's going to give you the largest grasp or understanding of the game. So we're going to continue with that. This is going to be far less tutorialized, I suppose, because, quite frankly, we don't have to do that, because I covered most of that in my very first thing. When we come up to something new, of course, I will still go over it, and I'll still try to explain exactly what it is I'm doing when I do it. So, we are going to not be goblins, and we are not going to be archdruids. I think goblins and orcs are similar. I'm sure they're actually not at all. But in my head they are. They're both green, even though the goblins seem to be kind of a brownish. We're going to say they're both green and pretend I'm colorblind. I think I want to actually play the high elves. So we have a choice between the high elves, the humans, the orcs, the dwarves, and the draconians. And all of them seem exciting and epic. I want the high elves. I don't know. I've decided upon that. It is what I want to do. Classes, we're not going to go with the Archdruid. What do we have for Dreadnoughts? We have Audrin Stabalis, or Stablis. He is ugly. He has some sort of mutated face growth thing, and unfortunately, I'm not into the mutated face growth era, or fad, if you will. So, no, not going to happen. Sundrin of House Iniak. Adorable, beautiful eyes. No. We're not going to do that either. Sorcerer, we have creepy guy with angry face and creepy guy with limp wrist. Nope, not happening. The Theocrat, we have no Theocrats or Theocrats. And Warlords, we have 3. We have Valerie of House Avernos. Hello, Valerie. We have Thanos of House Iniak. Hello, Thanos. And we have Leana or Leana. We're going to go with Leana The Huntress. And I think that is who I am going to roll with. So there we go. We have our high elf warlord, or our warlord high elf. I prefer high elf warlord, and we are going to start. And episode 4 begins in earnest now. And here we are, Leana The Huntress, high elf warlord. Your rise to power begins. And begin a chow. All right. So we are. Let's take a look at the size of the map increase here. So as you can tell, it's pretty close to double the size of a small map. So, plus, no, I guess not. I believe you can go underground as well. I did notice that every time I load the game, it does remove my hex grids. So I want those to stay available to me. And here we are. So we have some choices that we must make. First and foremost, of course, is we want to research out our next person. And we are going to take a look at these. We know what basic seafaring does. Produce Berserker. Enables production of Berserker in cities with a Warlord's command, which we are. It's a tier 2 infantry unit, which is really nice. So we're probably going to roll with that soon. That improves our spell casting points. It's fine. Disjunction we knew about. Training regimen. The money production cost of archer, cavalry, infantry, irregular, and pikeman units is reduced by 20%. Dread Siege. The lands around the target enemy city tremble, foreshadowing a dread siege by the the armies of the Warlord. Units that belong to the enchanted city suffer a 500 happiness penalty. Alright, well, that's nice. Terraforma. We can enable the terraforming of terrain into wetlands, fertile plains, dense vegetation, and barrens. I say barriers, I don't know. I was thinking barrier isles. I don't know where I was going with that. But regardless, we know what the spell does. And Shout of Intimidation. Attempts to panic target enemy unit. If it fails, the unit is hindered instead. Panicked units don't obey orders and attempt to flee from enemies or escape the battlefield for 2 turns. Hindered units suffer a minus 50% movement for 1 turn. Alright, so with all those things now available to us and everything that we know, we are going to go with Produce Berserker anyway. So, there we have it, and we're going to handle the Hero Join offer. Emain the Night Owl, a level 1 Archdruid, wishes to join my forces for 100 gold. You will be paid, and you will like it. Alright, what do we have? We have a High Elf Unicorn Rider, a couple of them, a couple Union Guards, not bad, and an Initiate. So, I don't think any of these characters are super powerful. It seems our cavalry is tier 2 at least. Well, we're going to throw the cavalry in with her, and we are going to plop down our city, and I think we're probably going to plop it down, I want to say right where she is standing, or sitting, or laying. Yeah, I think, if we go there, well, that's interesting. Alright, no. I hate when I do that, I'm sorry guys. I think I'm going to go over here first. We're going to get a cartographer's tent to reveal some more map, and that gives us, whatever. I'd like to see a little bit more of the area and see if maybe it's going to be worth expanding out this way. Maybe starting with just 1 node as opposed to multiple. This looks like it's going to give us money, and this is going to give us mana, and that's going to give us mana as well. So it does appear that there's 2 additional nodes over here. 3 if we're really careful with how we maneuver. I don't know. Let's see what spells we have available to us. We have the Authority of Sword. Forces neighboring lands to submit to the Empire's rule through demonstration of military power. Target friendly cities gains a 1 domain radius. Ooh, very nice. And we can raise militia. It's a strategic spell, which is on the overview map. Calls the Empire citizens to battle, instantly deploys an irregular unit at the target-owned city at the cost of 100 of its population. Not the greatest of things, but it's not horrible, I suppose. Alright, so my plans. I think I might put a city here to encompass both of these, and then maybe another city up here, and then kind of expand out that way. I think that's going to be the goal. I realize right now I only have 1 city, and it's going to take me quite some time before I'm able to place another, but that's going to be kind of how I roll. That's what I'm going to do, and that's just how it is, I guess. Alright, we already know we have to defeat everybody, blah blah blah, nobody cares. Alright, we are pretty much done with our first turn, I think. Yep, it appears that that is indeed, indubitably the case. Looks like there's some gold over here, and there is no telling where the enemies are. I don't believe this was an enemy, just some ancient ruins or something of that nature. So we're going to end our turn. And a new day dawns, and our new city dawns as well. Ooh, that's a weird name. Vernamenton. Throne of Leana. That's a terrible name. I wish I could rename my city. I wonder if you can. You can! Oh, snap. We're going to call this place Bumpington, DC. That is my go-to name, especially as a throne city. You have to have Bumpington, DC. it fits. It works. It's pretty much all you ever need. Alright, we have barracks. And we shall utilize the barracks. I think we are also going to utilize murdering this node and getting it operational for us. So, since that whole idea and concept behooves me, I am going to utilize it to its fullest. And it looks like there's a population growth over there as well. We're going to start the battle. We were supposed to be evil last time. I think we kind of want to lean toward being evil again. But we are high elves, and I think high elves are good people, though I'm not sure. Well, we're going to be nice this time. We will let them leave. We do not need to flex our military might. It will be flexed plenty in the future endeavors that come up. And there we go. We have cleared out our first node. We are banging right along. 5 turns before that's done. That is pretty unfortunate, I'm not going to lie. That is a long time. It looks like there's mana crystals there or something, but we're going to end our turn. A new day dawns yet again. And she is going to come over here, and we've gained 1,127 people. It looks like there is a nasty one of those little evil camp things over there. So we are going to, you guessed it, start closing distance with the camp. And I can select the person. We are going to go over here as well and grab up this mana supply. And then I guess head back. She should be able to reach next turn. Army does not require orders anymore. Everything looks good and fine. And we're going to end our turn once again. A new day dawns. We need to do a new research. And we can now learn trail running. It's an empire upgrade. Irregular units receive a +8 movement. Ooh. That sounds pretty sweet, but not going to happen. We want to produce monster hunters! Ooh, and it unlocks production of mounted archers, or research for the production of mounted archers, which sounds excellent! Alright, and they shoot crossbows. They have decent melee strike. They're a tier 2 unit, and they're an irregular unit. So very nice. We're going to move up here a little bit, guys. And let's see if we can get there. And yep, indeed. And we're going to move on and attack. And we have a very likely victory. They're going to defend to their last. It's going to be one of those goblins, I think. Goblin armies. They're probably going to have like crossbows or something they can shoot at us. And they're going to be fortified in their little stick walls and such. Alright, we're going to 2x this. We're going to try to get as much in as we can without sacrificing quality, of course. Because we're all about quality over here on the Bumpy McSquigum's channel. Now we're going to run over here. Alright, so the unicorns have this cool ability, and I'll show you what it is. There we go, get my grid back. I'm all about the grid, guys. I am all about the grid. That's how I see the world in real life, too. Grids everywhere. Alright, so let me grab one of my unicorn folks. There they are. Now this is a cool feature. It teleports to target unoccupied hex in combat. It requires 3 action points, so basically you can use it 1 time per battle and then you're pretty much done. But you can still attack if you teleport close enough. So I'm going to show you where I can teleport to. I'm not going to do that yet, but I could teleport there and then attack one of these guys. Which isn't a horrible idea considering they are facing the other direction. I could flank them, but again, it seems like a bad idea, so I am not going to do that. In fact, I'm going to hit escape. Good, and that got me out of that. I have a hard time with that sometimes. Alright, these guys have shoot crossbow and sabotage, and they also have the sprinting ability, which is similar. So they are ranged as well. The goblin scoundrels are also. So any way we look at it, they're going to pretty much be a nuisance or a pain to us. And we don't really have any ranged units at this point, short of... Oh, apparently our high elf initiates are ranged units. I imagine they're not going to be super effective, though. So, there we go. And we have a heavy crossbow. What kind of spells do we have? We have Bless. Bless is target-friendly unit, and it gives them an additional 2 armor and 2 resistance until the end of combat. Or we can do Lion's Courage. It instills a warrior with unparalleled bravery and an overpowering aura. Bestows friendly unit with a +3 strength, overwhelm, and strong will. Or we could check out the other one. We have root spears, we have rust strike, and savage rage. Awakens a creature's primal instincts, unleashing its ferocious powers. A target-friendly monster or animal gains charge, first strike, +3 strength, armor piercing, overwhelm. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go with root spears. Root spears. That's what we are going to run with. 35. Let's take them out down a little bit. There we go. That's quite beautiful. I like that a lot. I'm going to get within range to pew pew with Leana, and bam. It's not going to do a whole heck of a lot, but it's something. And we are probably going to move up with our Union Guards. Actually, you know what? We're going to attack with our Union Guards. And down it goes. And that is pretty sweet. And we're going to do this. High Elf Unicorn Rider is chilling there. We're going to move these up a little bit. And defend. We'll move them there and defend, and then we'll see what the next turn brings. There's going to be a lot of firing on us. Yep. It is quite unpleasant, but they survived. And we're looking fairly decent at this point, I would have to say. She has a longbow. Oh, she can fire up to 3 times. Very nice. Alright. Well, I think I'd like to shoot them. Alright, let's see if we can get our unicorns into position behind. And indeed we did, and this should be a flanking shot. It is, or an attack rather. And that's very nice, in my opinion. And we should be able to finish them off. And it doesn't look like we did, ironically enough. Well, I have to say that I'm not a big fan of that having not worked. But we can take them out. They don't have first strike capabilities, which is very nice. They only have 10 health left. We can take them out with either of our guys. Well, let's see what we can do with this. We can teleport into a flanking position once again, which is sweet. And we did 14 damage to them. They have 16 health left. She can fire straight shot. It's not going to do that much. What spells does she have? Lion's Courage, and it's not all that impressive. I probably should have... it's fine. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Wonder if... I think that might have been a mistake. In fact, I'm fairly certain it was. Well, what if I break... Oh, man. Give me a minute, guys. I apologize. I think I've done something dumb. Alright, well, maybe we'll get lucky. Of course we didn't. Why would we get lucky? Well, it looks like we're going to lose someone in our very first turn, ironically enough. Maybe with a blessing? Oh, I ended my turn. Well, that's a terrible mistake. Oh, but you know what? They're engaged. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm fine. There we go. I thought he wasn't engaged, but I forgot I attacked with a flanking attack, and that put him into engaged mode, so everybody was fine. Alright, so sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So we did it. We didn't lose anyone, including the High Elf Union Guard. We did not manage to level anyone up either, which is a little sad, but it's okay. And apparently we've got quite a bit of stuff. We got 11 gold, we got an Orc Spearman to add to our wonderful stuff. We got him last time we cleared one of these out, and we got Jack's Gift. He gives 10 hit points to someone. And sure, we'll throw it on our main hero, why not? Yes, we will take Jack's Gift and put it there. So now we have 60 hit points, as opposed to the normal 50. And that's pretty sweet, I must admit. Alright, we're going to add the Orc into into her army. And I suppose we can start exploring up this direction with her. And we'll end our turn again. So far so good, guys. Decent steady growth, decent pacing thus far. We're near the edge of the map, which is something I always like to see. Being near the edge of the map gives me a little bit of comfort, a little bit of safety, because there's nobody going to come from that way. So I always enjoy, or try, even though it's going to be harder in this particular map, to get to a corner. That way I have my back against a wall, basically. And all I have to worry about is a frontward expanse. So, something to keep in mind. Maybe you're like me, maybe that is your modus operandi as well, your MO if you will. And yeah, it's kind of how I do things. Alright. So that didn't work super well. Well, it didn't get me much, I should say. Shouldn't she be able to did I already move her maybe? Huh, man, I'm going crazy in my old age. Alright, what are we looking at here in the town? 2 turns left for that. They should be growing and expanding in, I dare say, just a couple of days. 3 more days. Alright, fair enough. Thought I saw something over here lingering, trying to eat me. I do not like being eaten. Eaten alive! Alright, so... Ooh, dungeon, unexplored. Wow, 30 income if we get it. Wow, that's pretty sick. For production, I like that. Alright, let's head down this way and see what we can find. And just more stuff. It'd be nice to put a city right here and be able to clear out, or right here and clear out that dungeon, or maybe here, and we can eventually get it. Yeah, you know, that's an option too. Maybe a better option than going up this direction. I don't know. That seems pretty epic as well. I'm hesitant to go and actually attempt it. I'm gonna see, what is it? It's strong. I'm not gonna enter it yet, guys. I want to get at least like a couple better units before I start doing anything quite that aggressive. Alright, so another day has dawned, and we can select stuff once again. Apparently we can't cross the water at all. That's good to know. And we are going to expand out this way, just, well, explore, not really expand just yet. We are not to that point. I would like to get a couple ranged units, so we're gonna do that. And it really sucks to have to do that so early, because I'd much rather start getting these things out. But that's gonna be kind of how we roll right now. I kind of explored a little bit. Wow, what is that? It looks shiny and mystical. And so far, nothing really great. I haven't been fortunate enough to find any of those like production booms that we normally get. So that kind of makes me a little bit sad. Getting near to the time where our spell research is going to be ready to be up to, oops, wrong thing. Alright, we're going to move over here. Move through the rough terrain. We can't quite make it through with any amount of efficiency at this point. I grab that, we're going to go back here, and it's going to give us back all of our movement, which is fantastic. And apparently I have found an enemy. And apparently they have declared war on me. The dwelling of Hirtu Insal is independent of population, Archon Revenant, pure evil, and they hate me. Mortal, why do you seek death? Wow. That's pretty cool. Is he one of the people, or is that just like a neutral? See, I don't know. I haven't played enough of the game, guys. That seems pretty exciting to me, though. He didn't seem like a really playable class, so Alright, well. No, it doesn't appear that he's one of the normal things, so that's just like an independent, like, kingdom there. That's... Wow. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so a new hero is offered to join. He is Urkan the Hacker, a level 2 Warlord, wishes to join my forces. For 150 gold, you are now on board, buddy. You are going to help me explore. And we have a treasure chest down here that we are going to claim. You, get over here. Restore your movement. And it looks like we're going to meet back up with our other buddy here. And the music seems to have gotten a lot louder just fairly recently. Really? Something was there? Where did it come from? Okay. Well, we have grown into a village. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I'm blind. Why is it there? I don't know. But we need to deal with that pretty soon. Alright. Oh, we're going to confirm some more army movement here. So there's a dungeon. Oh no, legendary. Absolutely not going to do that. We're going to start backtracking. We're going to consolidate and hopefully get some troops up and running. I feel that that would be a good idea. Oh, we can't retreat, can we? I should have probably paid attention to that before I did all this other stuff. Alright. Well, looks like it's our turn first. I don't believe you can escape when you're solely a hero. Maybe she's got some spells that she can land. Maybe she can berserk them. But before we do that, let's back up. We'll make them come at us. Maybe we can get lucky or fortunate with being able to do this. Human scoundrel, high elf scoundrel, and orc scoundrel. 50, 40, and 44. We're going to go with the orc, and we did it. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to be lucky here. We'll end our turn. Hopefully they go berserk and start battling one another. Oh, oh, oh! What? That was a great move I just made. What? Alright, let's see. What else we got here? She's got nothing left, unfortunately. She's used all her casting points. However, she's got this. And it's going to be very, very expensive because it's going to be double the cost. Because the leader is not present in this battle, but we can still get a spell from our leader. So that's always a good thing to have. And we're going to give Lion's Courage to her. And I think our hex grid keeps disappearing. That's one thing I'm going to probably message the developers and ask if they can... Or maybe it's a setting that I'm just dumb and not noticing. Which is very possible. I didn't even know there was a combat log. There you go, guys. If you're very interested in what is going on, there is actually a combat log. I miss things all the time, people. I apologize. I absolutely apologize. Alright, what is this? Oh, interesting. Okay. So you still have your Tome of Wonders. If you hit F, you get a different field of view. You can scroll the camera and it tells you the camera controls. All this stuff should be relatively easy to understand. And then, of course, the combat log, and then hex grid permanently on or off, and then, of course, your options menu. So when we finish this battle up, assuming we win, even if we don't, we're going to attempt to finish it up. How close can they get? Relatively close. We're going to move back one more spot. We're going to end the turn. Let's see if he goes and tries to murder them. And there's definitely a little bit of murderage going on. I am okay with that. I'm going to go see if I can lay a shot on the enemy. And it looks like I can. Oops, I did not right click. There we go. So hopefully they decide to close with me. On the turn. Bring it on. Oh, they're going to shoot me once. They're going to get close. Shoot me a weak one. Lowered my movement, but that's okay. I don't really care about moving right now. Let's see here. I have a better chance of eliminating them. We're going to roll with it. We're going to try to take them out with a melee. And we did. So, at this point, can we cast another spell? It doesn't appear to be so. Alright. No, we're gonna have to roll with it. Maybe we're gonna get lucky and be strong enough to defeat them. I don't know what that did. We have 24 health. They have... We could kill them in 2 shots. We're gonna have to roll with it and see. 19, 15, not quite enough. Alright. It's all or nothing, here it goes. And we did it! We are victorious! We were sideswiped, but we survived it. Really, really, really close. Alright, well that's good. That makes me quite happy that I did not actually fall victim there. And you two are going to double up, actually, because I don't want you guys separate any longer. Because that was almost really, really bad. Alright, we're going to make, we're going to do our spell research. And what did we gain? Domain of Life. Oh, and we can change what the target city's like. Interesting. It's an Empire upgrade. So, I don't think I have to cast that. I think it just simply upgrades it. So I'm going to get that, and hopefully it works out the way I feel it should work out. And then we're going to swing back down and around and hopefully meet back up with the rest of our team without any more issues. So it looks like there's another camp over here, so we'll deal with that in the next episode, guys. But that's going to do it for me today. This is going to end episode 4 of my Age of Wonders 3 random map mini-series. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed and you're getting psyched up and eager to see the campaign played out and unfold before you. And again, hopefully, I should be starting that next week. I did finish up Valda's Story, Abyssal City, and that clears up 1 spot in my Let's Play schedule, or schedule as you prefer. So, that's going to do it. I will catch you guys in the very next episode. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.